Hey, everybody, welcome back to Urban Streets Podcast, where we delve into real topics, entertainment, and much more. I'm your host, AC Brown, joined with M. Morris. Now, today we're going to talk about Cardi B's situation, her messy love life, what she got going on, you know what I mean? And we're going to see how a lot of, people might end up dating the same type of people and getting the same type of results. So we're going to go ahead and play this video. We're going to comment on it, why it's going on, and we're going to drop gems while it's playing. Let's get to it.
Guys, so Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have allegedly broken up and unfollowed each other on Instagram. And when I tell y'all this is messy, this is messy. So people are speculating that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs possibly broke up for 3 reasons. The first reason is what everybody has been talking about for the past 2 days. So a few years ago, Offset was cheating on Cardi B while they were married with a woman named Pre. And this wasn't just a one-night stand. This was Offset's girlfriend / mistress. And
the girl Queen Pre, I remember her from the Shy Glizzy song. Shy Glizzy got a record, man. I used to play all the time, man. I think I think it was called Like That. And she was the girl that was the exotic dancer in the video. She looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Body is immaculate. I ain't gonna lie. It look crazy. So they do got good taste. They got good taste. I tell you that. Now, let's go.
Okay.
getting Pre pregnant and made her get an abortion. And Pre just so happened to be friends, not only just friends, best friends with Stefon Diggs. They've been friends for years, way before he even met Cardi. So the day of Super Bowl, pictures and videos started going around of Stefon and Pre being at a family and friends gathering on the field with the Patriots team. Now this
Stefon Diggs is a wild boy. Boy. He in the middle of a relationship with Cardi B and got his mistress at the Super Bowl with his wife. He's a pimp player from the Himalaya. But when pimp player go wrong, man.
But what if he's saying, I mean, that she's just his friend right there? You know what I'm saying? Maybe
that's what Bismarck said too. Well, he said she just a friend. Ain't nobody gonna believe a girl that look that damn good as your damn friend. Your girlfriend ain't trying to hear that. She look too good.
I get you. It's possible though, but we'll see.
Maybe if you come around with a duck. Now, if you say this is my best friend and the girl look like a duck, your girl might accept that. You hear me?
I get you.
Like for close friends and close family, but she was there. Now, this is what really does it for me, because it's being alleged by Tasha K that Pre's team is the one who sent them the pictures and videos, y'all. Not only that, Pre made sure to put a picture on her Instagram stories of her having a Patriots jacket on and having a Patriots pass around
that's
her.
That's just messy.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I was actually on Queen Pre Instagram page because I've been following her on IG. Because what dude don't? I mean, like I told you, the body is crazy, but that's irrelevant. So I was on her Instagram page, man, the other day, right before the Super Bowl, and I noticed she kept posting Stefon Diggs type stuff. Yo, before anybody was talking about it, I'm like, yo, why is she posting so much Stefon Diggs stuff? And he got a whole wife or girl. That's crazy, man.
Oh, word. So
she basically was sticking it to Cardi the whole time. She was just like putting it right in her face and putting it all on Instagram. Like, Stefon Diggs is mine too. It's different when Stefon Diggs is both of y'all's.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's messy. That's intentional. That shows that not only she was specifically trying to break up that family.
Exactly.
But being able to go in and out of the Patriots hotel. And it's even alleged that Pre was staying at the same hotel as the Patriots team and Stefon Diggs. And this is just a whole nother level of disrespect, because you have the woman who helped break up your girlfriend's marriage to her soon-to-be ex-husband there, and then she goes out her way to make sure that you know that she's there for him by sending the pictures to your op, Tasha K, and y'all.
Bruh, Queen Pre is diabolical, bro. Think about it. I almost feel like her life is dedicated to trolling Cardi B. Think about it. She had her husband in Offset, and then when she got a new dude, Stefon Diggs, she's sleeping with that dude. So she is diabolical. And I'm pretty sure at this point, Cardi B must want to throw their hands with this girl at some point. They keep stealing all her dudes. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I know it's all alleged, but I mean, what is with that phenomenon where, you know what I'm saying, like a person, it's like there's a rush or a certain level of high that people get from messing with other people's relationships? I don't understand. There's enough of us to go around, you would think.
Exactly. But listen, this is even stickier than that. It ain't just about messing with somebody's man. This is about messing with every time they get a man, you mess with them. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Every
Yeah.
time she got to do, she was messing with them. That's nuts.
Yeah.
She was right there with Stefon's mama and brother mouthing "I love you" to Stefon. And this is right before the game started. But that's not all, because it's also being alleged that the breakup could have occurred because he had his other baby mama there with his son. Now, this is the baby mama that he's been rumored to really be in love with for a while now. And yes, this is the Kiki that Drake made that song about.
My man had all his bras at the Super Bowl. All his bras. It's different when you got all your bras at the Super Bowl. This dude
Yeah.
is something else, dude. He's a pen
Yeah.
player from the Himalaya. I'm trying to tell you.
But what's up with that though? Because see, a lot of times, and a lot of times you would think that if a young lady like Cardi B, she's an attractive young lady, you know what I'm saying? The other girl, she's attractive as well, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, what's with that where it doesn't matter apparently how attractive you are, it doesn't stop people from, having multiple interests, you know what I'm saying? What's up with that?
Well, let me ask you this. You ever ate a bag of Skittles?
Skittles is straight.
Okay. Now, guess what? All of them in the bag is good. You can't eat just one Skittle. The whole bag is delicioso. So that's kind of
But
what's
it
going on with him. He want the whole bag of Skittles. Cardi B is just one Skittle in a bag of Skittles. It's different.
that's messed up because I mean I'm sure she's disappointed, but that's messed up. I get
Hey,
it.
I bet.
Front row with his firstborn son, who was born a few months before Cardi B and Stefon's son. So Cardi had to sit there and watch Pre and his other baby mama at this game. And on top of all that, the third guest for this alleged breakup is because there were rumors that an ex-girlfriend was spotted outside of Stefon's hotel room. Now, we don't know who this ex-girlfriend is. Some people think that it might be Pre, but she's not really an ex-girlfriend. She's supposed to be his best friend. But either way, there was a
As you said, he just a friend. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop that.
allegedly outside his hotel room. And allegedly, Cardi B was so fed up with the BS that she didn't even stay for his entire game, y'all. She ended up leaving after halftime. And this is after she spent over $1 million on this game. 1.2 million to be exact. She spent $125,000 on a private suite for 40 people at the stadium. She spent between $700 to $725,000 on tickets for the rest of.
That's insane. But check this out, man. Cardi B, after she broke up with Offset, it didn't take too long for her to get with Stefon Diggs. In my opinion, she didn't even know Stefon Diggs well enough to have a kid with him. That's nuts.
Okay.
You feel
So
me?
you think she was
She was technically, listen, she was still technically on the rebound, my dude. She was on a rebound, got with Stefon Diggs and got pregnant. Getting pregnant on a rebound is crazy. What you were saying?
Oh, they're pregnant. Wait, I didn't know. Wait, Cardi B
She
is
got
pregnant.
pregnant for Stefon Diggs while she
Did
was
they
on a
have enough?
rebound from dealing with Offset.
Wow. So then that means she must have, if that's true, because we don't know, but then that means she would have been messing with
It is
Stefon
true.
Diggs while she was still.
No. I mean, like, I'm not saying that because I don't know that. I don't know whether she was cheating on Offset with Stefon Diggs, but I will say this: that she
Mhm.
wasn't away from Offset long enough to be able to meet a man and get pregnant by the man. Meaning that
Yeah.
she ain't even give herself enough time to get to know this dude. So how you surprised that he doing all of this and you ain't even really give yourself enough time to get to know that man? So I'm trying to tell you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
To sit in the stands. She got 4 private jets to fly everybody to San Francisco. That was around $250,000. She spent $100,000 just on drinks during the game, $8,000 on staff to serve the food and drinks to everybody, $30,000 to rent a location for the after party, and almost $222,000 on alcohol alone just for the after party. And she invited 100 friends and family members from both their sides. So
People
she
seen and
went
everything.
all out for this man. And what did she get? She got to sit there and watch Pre Offset ex side chick acting like family on the field and front row during the game.
She did all that just to be another Skittle in the bag. She learned that night that she's just another Skittle in a bag of Skittles. It's crazy.
Yeah.
his baby mama there with their son, and she got to hear rumors about an ex at the hotel. This man was straight up playing in Cardi B's face. And you know what? That's why his ass lost. So as of right now, these two are still allegedly broken up. I don't know if they're gonna get back together, but if I hear anything else about what really went down on Super Bowl, I'll let y'all know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this craziness in the comments below. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
That boy still fun.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, that's a wild little scenario, ain't it? Now,
Yeah.
I bet, particularly most of the females on the internet, they're going to be blasting Stefon Diggs like, you dirty dog, Stefon Diggs, right? But I just hope people also look at it like this. Why do Cardi B keep picking the same type of dude? Stefon Diggs ain't nothing literally but just another offshoot of Offset. And actually, you know what's funny? I seen on the internet that Stefon and Offset, that they're literally the same name with the letters just moved around. Offset and Stefon is the same letters. So not only is she dating the same type of guy, she's literally dating the same name with the letters just moved around. So, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, she wants somebody. It seemed like she wanted somebody who's, got some prestige to him. Obviously, Offset is a big name. I mean, Stefon Diggs is obviously a football player. But it is showing me that whether you got status or you got no status doesn't mean that you're gonna be loyal.
Nah, definitely not, man. But it also, to me, it highlights the fact that you really got to be careful with who you choose and how you choosing. You can't expect, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. So if you a girl out there and you keep dating the same type of guy, don't expect different results. If you want different results, you got to get a different type of guy.
Yeah, and that is a good point because obviously we all got our own personal situations, and my thing is different is, see, the thing is when you put your relationship out in there in the public and you're concerned about everybody else's opinion, who you're going to lose, your friends. I think that's one of the things that make people have a harder time of letting go of the old and moving on to something different. Because a lot of times, like you said, just because people like a person doesn't mean that person's good for you. But I think we have a hard time of getting used to different. I think that's a struggle we go through.
Absolutely, man, because this is the thing. There's many affluent men out there. Every affluent man out there ain't a gigolo and a player. So it's not just about she's attracted to affluence, right? Because there's many men out there that are very affluent but ain't in the limelight. So apparently she is attracted to men in the limelight, but not just men in the limelight, a certain type of guy in the limelight. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, we know it seems like it's the limelight. And I think that, see, it all depends on where you're trying to go. Because if you are, I'm not saying Cardi B is or isn't, but let's just say if you are in the limelight like she is, and that's what you're looking for, limelight, you're looking for attention, then obviously you're going to seek somebody who brings attention. But obviously it doesn't mean that you're looking for their characteristics. You're not looking for their long-term stability. And sometimes I think young ladies have a hard time of separating what they're used to from really doing some life assessment of who's really going to be good for you. You see what I'm saying? And because the thing is, just because somebody doesn't have every characteristic right now doesn't mean that they can't grow into it. We have a hard time of wanting to work with people and build. We want
right, but I will tell you this.
And I think, like you were saying, if this is a rebound relationship, a lot of us want instant, but we don't want to put the work in. And I think that's unfortunate for the Black family.
For sure. But check this out, man. Like, even if you work with somebody for somebody to grow more and blossom to whoever they're going to blossom into, there's still different types of guys. It don't matter how much you grow, you're always going to be a certain type of guy. Either you, like there's a street dude, there's a school dude, there's a nerd dude, there's a church dude, there's different types of dudes. Every girl has their type. And when they have their type, they'll keep dating that type over and over and keep smashing their head into the same wall until they get older. And then when they get older, then they want to be like, you know what? I don't want that type of guy anymore. But now at this point, you've been messing with these jerks for so long. Now you got 3, 4, 5 kids. Now you want to try to turn around and get the square guy. And that's going to be very difficult for you at that point.
Yeah. See, I think a lot of times you got to remember men and women are a little bit different. And it's hard. It's really disappointing, no matter if you're famous or not, to think that an African American male would literally berate and abuse basically in a relationship an African American woman. Like, you can't be loyal. I think African American men should be able to be loyal. We can be
There's
loyal
a bunch that are loyal.
and that are loyal. And I think
There
that's
are
a bad
millions that's
example
loyal. And I
when
hate
you
the
can't
narrative.
represent that.
Excuse me. Yeah, man. I hate the narrative that it tries to paint that all men are not loyal. All men cheat. All men. The all narrative is bogus. What it
Yeah.
really boils down to is, like I initially stated, you keep getting the same results because you keep dating the same type of guy. Even growing up in the trenches, most of the bad chicks that I knew in the hood, they all wanted street dudes. They didn't want the
Yeah.
nerd dudes. Now, because of me, I was kind of like a pseudo street dude. So I was able to
Pseudo
get the
street
bad
dude,
chicks.
break that
Yeah,
down for us.
a pseudo street dude, meaning that I was getting in trouble, I was getting incarcerated, I was hustling, getting my grind on, but I wasn't out there being a straight menace to society. I wasn't old dog. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
irony is the old dogs actually was getting the most chicks. The old dogs
yeah,
get the most chicks. But when you a
yeah,
pseudo street dude, you still gonna get brows. But when you
yeah,
a nerd dude in the hood, you ain't getting no bad brows. Forget about it. Hang it up.
yeah. But see, like, you see with this situation, and again, I'm not speaking on Cardi B's mindset because I don't know all of that. But what I can say is sometimes you got to learn your way into what you like. Number one, meaning you got to appreciate mentally, psychologically. It takes a shift mentally to go from liking this type of person to liking that type of person. And sometimes, unfortunately, even in this Cardi B situation, if she is used to being with the same type of dudes, this situation, having gone through something, might be that stimulus, right? That helps her consider, well, maybe I've been looking for the wrong thing. And so sometimes, unfortunately, you got to go through something before you look another way.
Absolutely, man. You know, my final caveat on this, man, is to y'all young ladies out there. Make sure you're making the proper decisions. I know you might find the dude sexy, the dude with the tattoos, the dude going in and out of jail, the dude running around with the blickies. You might find that sexy to you. I get it. But at the end of the day, make your decision with your mind and not your eyes. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and ride out. Again, I'm your host, AC Brown, joined with M. Morris. Again, man, keep your head up out there, y'all. We're going to catch you on another one. Peace.
Next time.